Hello, thank you for watching another episode of Cooking with Gravy with Jason Graves. Today we are making Southwest White Chicken Chili. Now today's recipe is a personal favorite that my parents used to make for me a long time ago. Today's recipe is going to taste great because we have plenty of meat, plenty of flavor. The reason it's also going to taste great, as my dad always says, because it's made with plenty of love. Now right now we're going to start cooking our chicken that's being served right now. We're using 1 pound of chopped chicken. Naturally, to make sure the pan is greased and to make sure that nothing truly sticks together, we're using my personal favorite olive oil. Well, about 1 tablespoon is usually all we need. Now, before we start adding anything like our onions, we wanted to make sure that most of the pink is typically gone. The seasoning is going to be more safe towards the end when pretty much all that white is on all of the chicken, just to make sure that it's cooked and so we could taste the seasonings properly. Now we're going to start everything off with our chicken broth. Be careful of using salted or unsalted chicken broth. The main reason is because the other seasoning you add at the end can make it too salty if not done correctly. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your testing of your seasonings towards the end. Now the nice thing about this meal, this is good for parties, good for groups, good for individual items, and it's also good for freezing. This will make at least 5 to 6 meals. Now we're going to start using some diced chilies. Now we're using a small can. We don't need anything too terribly large because it can be a little overpowering once in a while. We're using a whole can. We're still using the liquid of the white kidney beans. And naturally, you saw the lid fall in there. Don't eat the lids. Now, the simmering process will take around 15, maybe 20 minutes. Take your time. You just want to make sure everything's all organized in there, all the flavors mix in. Just take your time with it. It doesn't need to be rushed. Now your seasonings are going to range between some garlic powder. You're going to be using some cumin. You're going to be using some oregano. And naturally you want to leave your cilantro towards the end, because if it's overcooked, it can just destroy it and ruin the look of it. And we're going to be adding a little heat in some of our seasonings too. And as I said, we want to leave most of the main seasonings towards the end so we can just get a good flavor, get a good idea what we're working with here. If it needs some salt, add some salt. If you want some pepper, add some pepper. Me personally, over time, I actually got into adding a little bit of a slice of lime on the side of it so I can get a little extra flavorings in there. Now, when everything's all said and done, it's going to taste great. It's going to be a beautiful meal, and I hope you do enjoy it. And this is our final product right here. It's going to be a nice little aerial of the meal with the cilantro added towards the end. It's going to taste great. It's going to taste amazing. I hope you do like the recipe, and please either subscribe, write a comment, please leave a like, and I hope you enjoy.